back to these shit new age graphics. Hey, this game looks really nice. The ambient effects are all really nice. These little, like... I don't know, like, what the procedure is for loading these, but the fact that these little things are going off the screen and it's not just like a sprite or whatever on top of the screen looks like really nice. All these little particles and shit. Oh, dude, those 1080s look fucking sick. Holy shit. Those benchmarks, are they real? Or do you think NVIDIA sent, like, ultra bin, like, super overclocked 1080s? This would be one of the largest jumps of performance between generations, like, ever in NVIDIA cards if those benches are actually real, right? Like, fuck, what were we talking about? Oh, have you ever turned on a stream nowadays? Do you ever turn on streams and like, oh, this is 30 FPS? Do you ever do that with streams where you look at it and you're like, oh, this is a 30 FPS stream? Like, it just looks slow and wrong. Does that ever happen to people now? Because you're so used to and spoiled by 60 FPS streams? No? Oh, well, never mind then. What the fuck? I was gonna say, when I was at Home Story Cup, and I was sitting next to, I don't remember these fuckers' names, one of the Terran dudes, and I was watching him play. I thought that my computer was broke. I thought that my computer was locked onto 30 frames per second because it looked like it was a 30 FPS computer. But what actually was happening was he was on a he was on a 144 hertz computer, and it just made mine look so much worse. I thought that was kind of crazy. JKW, that's probably because he didn't have a graphics card powerful enough to run it at 144 frames per second. 140, the difference between a 90 hertz monitor and a 60 hertz monitor is instantly recognizable, period. Anybody that says differently is either lying or are actually blind. Like actually needs to go to a doctor and get their shit checked. Destiny, do you think we'll ever live in a day with 1000 FPS? No, I would be very surprised to see it go much farther than 144 FPS. I think that around 90 to 100 FPS is like the top of what you can actually like realistically perceive and see differences of. From what I've read, there's a massive difference going from 60 to 90, and then from like 90 to 144 is not supposed to be a massive difference, like almost imperceptible. That's what I've read, though. I haven't actually tried that myself. What about upgrades to the eyes and ocular implants advancing our ability to perceive higher PS? Is that a troll question? I don't know if that's actually possible or not. I don't know. I guess if it's possible, sure. The thing is, once you try 144 hertz, your eyes are just really quick, so you don't notice the difference anymore. I don't think that's necessarily true. Maybe it depends on what you look for. I know I'm playing at 60 FPS right now. I can very easily tell, like, if I'm at 60 FPS versus some bullshit cuck fucking 30 FPS, which is unplayable. 30 FPS is unplayable for games today. You should never, ever, ever settle for 30 FPS, whether that's a console or a PC or whatever. Anything less than 60 is unplayable. Yeah, I think resolution, now that we've gotten... Well, I mean, yeah, resolution is the next big thing. 1080p needs to be out. I could never use a 1080p monitor again. I'm not even sure how some people still do. Well, I guess if you haven't used a bigger monitor, then you maybe don't notice it, but... Can we agree that 144 hertz plus 1440p is retarded? Just because hitting 144 FPS is harder? I mean, 144 hertz and 1440p, at that point, you're in like, I think that's in dual Titan territory, at least. Maybe dual 980 Ti if you're playing like a worse game. But if you're talking like AAA game, obviously like CSGO or whatever, you could probably do it, but well, I mean, you could definitely do it with like a game like CSGO, but for like AAA titles to look good, I think 1440p, 144 hertz would be pretty difficult. 980 Ti can push AAA titles at 1440 maxed out. I guess with no anti-aliasing or whatever, which you don't really need to, but maxed out on every other setting, where you're talking about like all like your like ambient occlusion and all of that shit. 980 Ti's SLI. I'm using SLI 980s right now. I'm using SLI 980s, and I'm pulling 60 FPS during heavy periods, right? 980 Ti's aren't that far ahead of 980s, which is what I'm using right now on a 1440 build. 980 Ti's are better for sure, but not that much better, I don't think. Right, like look, I'm getting 60 some FPS in this area. 68, 70 FPS. I don't think you're getting 144 FPS in this game at 1440p with 980 Ti's. I think you gotta look to SLI Titans at that point, and even that I'm not sure. 980 Ti is maybe overclocked. I don't think I've overclocked these cards. Maybe you could. Destiny, he said can? Oh, I said cannot. Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry, my bad. I thought you said you could. This game plays. Was this released on console as well? I will say that this game looks and feels really good on PC. Like, I guess ID are loyal to their PC fans, which is good. Because this game, like, the optimization or whatever, like, I would expect a game that looks like this to run like ass. Well, maybe I'm too traumatized from, like, shitty games like fucking Metro and shit that require god rigs to even run past 30 FPS. But this game looks really, really nice, and it runs really well, too. To be fair, my rig is pretty good, but I'm at 1440p. This is the flagship for UE4. Oh, is this built on a new engine, the Unreal Engine 4 or whatever? Oh, that's really sick if that's true. So we could expect to see a decent amount more games of this quality and this optimization, like to run this well at this level of... No, that was completely wrong. This is the new id Tech engine. Oh, never mind. Not UE4. What the fuck? Fuck chat. I thought the UE4 engine, if this was it, that would have been sick. I thought the UE4 engine, I've seen pictures and shit that was posted on Reddit a long fucking time ago, but they looked, they were really fake. The UE4 engine, because the UE4 engine had the demo, that demo room, right? The little, like, apartment demo room that looked almost photorealistic. But I didn't really believe those when it came out. But this, it would have been sick of this, but I don't know anything about fucking UE4 beyond that preview that I thought. UE4 is really fucking sick. From the bit that I saw of the UE4 engine posted, I want to say 6 to 12 months ago. I don't believe that it's going to release in that state. Let me see real fast if I can find what I'm talking about. I think this was it. Yeah, this demo is supposed to be generated real time with Unreal Engine 4. Whoops. All of that was static, though. Yeah, that's what I think. I think that a lot of the lighting in this is pre-baked and shit. I don't believe that this is actually, like, real-time generated. They had, like, another thing, I don't know. I guess I'll see when it finally comes out, but I don't trust any of these demos anymore. I think there's too much fucking bullshit that goes around with these pre-baked demos and with people creating these like highly fucking optimized slices of shit that never ever turn out to be anywhere even remotely close to how it actually plays out in reality. Can you give some examples? I just want an idea. Everything. What do you mean? Everything, dog? Everything. Everything in E3 is fucking bullshit. I mean, what? There's countless examples. I don't even know where to start. I mean, we could do Watch Dogs was a really good example. The difference in ambient effects, weather effects, the detail on the ground, all of the different assets that are worked on in terms of art, or in terms of like little additions to the terrain that make things feel more, I don't know, more realistic. Like leaves on the ground and shit are what I'm talking about, and like the lighting effects and whatnot are so much different. This game was released in 2015, wasn't it? Hey, Watch Dogs! There's another game I beat on stream. Fuck everybody in my chat, dude. I have a feeling I feel like I beat like 30 or 40 games on stream at this point, if not more.
What about we meet? I'll be waiting for your call.
The difference in lighting is phenomenal. Look at the shadow on the tree, right? When the tree blows, you can actually see the lighting on the ground change to reflect that. Versus all of this baked in lighting here. I'm guessing this is all baked.
We're here at the gallery opening of media mogul Joseph DeMarco's Dot Connection, an eccentric art show featuring 10 of Chicago's top underground artists. As you can see, the turnout is a roaring success. The show runs throughout the month, but DeMarco has announced an online.
Yeah, you gotta keep them moving.
Can you elaborate on what you mean with baked? So, a really impressive thing to do. Here, like, this is something that's really impressive for an engine to do, okay? Let's say you have a light source here, okay? There are better terms for this, and it's not my forte, okay? So there are probably people in chat that could give you way more in-depth explanations, but like, this is cool. When you have a light source, you can move an object around that light source, and that object will cast a shadow. Or maybe the way that the light looks around, like, maybe the way that the light looks around that object is gonna be different because of the movement of an object around a light, right? You have this light, sometimes you get lights that move. You have like dynamic lighting, you know, that moves or swings around that causes different lighting, right? All of this is really cool, and it's a lot of work, and it requires good programming or whatever the fuck to make it work, and it's hard on your graphics card, but it's really cool to get these really cool lighting effects, right? When you talk about a pre-baked environment, what you're talking about is you have an object here and you've got a light here, but instead of the engine actually rendering shadows in realistic ways, you just kind of like shade the ground, or you build in assets with the shadows kind of already there. So it's pre-baked. It's not actually the engine generating all of these cool things that you're seeing. They're just part of the artifacts. It's a massively different thing. You know? But, or instead of pre-baked lighting, sometimes you'll do, sometimes what you'll get into is, you'll get into these insanely highly optimized areas where you have a demo and it looks cool, but the only reason the demo is able to run, like what I suspect is the case with that UE4 demo, the only reason that demo is able to run is because it's only in this very, very small area that has very specialized like algorithms, or the engine is super special and super specific to be able to run everything in that one little environment very specially. But there's no way that you would be able to expand that to like an entire level or an open world. It would just never work. Right? That's like another, you know, way that people approach things. And so people use this kind of bullshit trickery to make you think that like a game is going to be way better than this. So like looking at Watch Dogs, like it's pretty clear here that whatever they were running for this demo was a much more specialized version of the software that was capable of rendering these much more impressive effects than what actually ended up in the game later on, you know?
Hi, I'm Joseph DeMarco. Welcome to Dot Connection. My digital gallery made of underground parking.
All right, the lighting, all of the different atmospheric effects, the little ambient bullshit, all of this gas and shit is so much different between these two.
I hope you'll enjoy viewing, listening, and interacting with the pieces from the
Is The Division another example? I don't know what The Division looked like on E3, but The Division actually looked really nice. I was actually really surprised, especially for a Ubi shit game. I thought that The Division actually looked really good. Like, they put a lot of detail into that world. I don't know if it was as good, but like you can see it like in all the trash and everything. I thought that there a lot of work went into the art to make The Division's world kind of come to life.
The store was empty. I heard that gunfire.
E3 might have looked a lot better. I'm not sure.
If there's anything in the area.
But I thought The Division looked really good.
That police station's going critical. Let's head up that way.
The engine demos aren't really meant to be representative of games, right? Isn't that meant to show the upper limit of the engine? I feel like the UE4 demos are meant to showcase the capabilities. I know that the simulation is UE4 is way, way better than UE3. They make really good. Okay, let me, I guess, like, to put it in lifting terms, E3 demos are like saying that your 1 rep max is going to be the same as your 20 rep max. So like demos at E3 are like a person pulling like 450 pounds off the ground for 1 rep and then saying that they can do that 20 times in a row. Like, it's a completely different thing, right? Like, just because you can do it once doesn't mean you can do it 20 times. Same thing with like the engine you see at E3. Just because you can render this hyper-specific area in this one little room doesn't mean that you're going to be able to do it for an entire game realistically. Like, it's just not going to work. Like, that's what I feel like that's what happens in a lot of these E3 demos. If you want to go like extreme, Watch Dogs was a good example. The Space Marine was probably like the most ridiculous. No, wait, not Space Marines. What was it called? Colonial Marines? What was it called? Yeah, this was the game. This is one of the worst.
This is Matt Lees from VideoGamer.com and I'm joined by Steve Burns.
Hello.
And today we've got one very simple question. Aliens, Colonial Marines. What the hell happened? So first off, we'll start here with some footage that was shown last year, I believe, which was a demo of what the game was going to look like, a gameplay demo. It was written down as being a work in progress, but it was also very clearly stated as being a gameplay demo. Here we switch over to what it actually looked like. And already, Steve, we've got some pretty key differences here, right?
Yeah, I mean, everything looks of a much higher resolution in that work in progress gameplay demo. Nothing is. Really.
I mean, this is probably the most stunning comparison we have here. Obviously,
The explosion is probably the worst.
obviously there's no dude there, but that doesn't matter.
And you can't compare the two really.
No, it's bizarre. I mean, even stuff like the animation appears to be custom for all these setups, whereas in the final game, it's clearly not, and the way that the xenomorphs move is just entirely different. This is stunning. I mean, look at this. We've just seen that cool explosion and moved into a fire. This is what it looks like. Wait for it. Wait for it. Here it comes. Oh, I mean, this is mental. I'll show these actually again. I'll show these in slow motion just so you can really just soak this up. But look at the fires. I mean, they look like 2D sprites.
Yeah.
We'd understand it if...
Anyway, yeah, I see shit like this way too often. I think they had a Final Fantasy 15. Didn't they have like oh, was it this? Like this kind of shit? When you get these tech demo is just synonymous with bullshit now, in my opinion. People are talking about like, oh, this is what we'll be able to run these graphics in real time as like part of a fucking thing. Like, I'll believe it when I see it. The Witcher 3 actually looked really nice. I thought The Witcher 3 was really good. It wasn't optimized as well. It was pretty hard to run, but I thought The Witcher 3 looked really good. Also, considering just everything about The Witcher 3 was just really, really stunning. The company that made it, where they came from, their roots in The Witcher 2, this like The Witcher 1, this little itty bitty company and shit. Yeah, I don't know. The Witcher 3 was the shit. That shit should like redefine like open world gaming. And hopefully maybe Bethesda will take some notes and not write bland fucking open book fucking characters that have no personality and side quests that suck shit and I don't know. The Witcher 3 was pretty well optimized. I'm sorry. I tried to run it on like max graphics on a 1440p monitor, so it was pretty rough. I was dipping below 60 quite a bit, but it was optimized pretty well. I'm maybe a little bit too harsh because I'm trying to run it on a 1440 monitor, but Metal Gear Solid 5 looked really good too. Metal Gear Solid 5 was really, really, really sick. Metal Gear Solid 5 had all of the ingredients to be one of the best games of all fucking time, like an instant classic, but they fucked the story up so much and they fucked the missions up so much. The game was so horrendously repetitive. It had all of the ingredients there to be one of the best games of all time. Like, oh my god. Metal Gear Solid 5 is such a disappointment. Oh, it makes me want to go back and watch those trailers again. Oh my god, dude. Fuck. Fuck. Nuclear. Oh, shit. Oh, man. We are not... I don't even remember the words. Fuck, those trailers were so fucking hype. Oh my fucking god. Oh no. Oh, the trailer with the singing lady? Whoa. Words that kill. Fuck. Oh god, why can't we go back to a world before Metal Gear Solid 5 was released? Where we could just dream. Destiny, us every time.
They played us like a damn fiddle!
God damn it, dude. What was even the point of Kaz in that game? He didn't do anything. All he did was just be mad all the time in base. Throwing salt water on the girl on Quiet to kill her. She needed to be naked so she could breathe. Oh, God. Oh, the Wambachi parasite, the vocal parasites. Oh, God, because Kojima couldn't write a story without nanomachines. Why? Oh, no. God, why? What happened? Oh, I am the Dark Skull. The reason why you'll never hear about me in future Metal Gear Solid games is because they're gonna erase every memory of me from all the Metal Gear Solid, so no continuity errors. Oh, God. What happened? The Walbakia or whatever? Trying to put all of our hopes on Kojima's new IP? Nah, man, I want a real Metal Gear Solid 5, dude. I'm so salty, man. No game. Like, what the fuck? How can he reach me? Like, no game in my life will ever be as hyped as that. Like, you understand that, right? That I'll never have a game. Like, that was a once-in-a-lifetime thing that will just never be matched by anything, right? Metal Gear Solid 1. When was Metal Gear Solid 1 released? 1999? No, it must have been earlier. Metal Gear Solid 1? 98. Metal Gear Solid 1, 1998. This is something that we've been waiting for how long? And you'll never get, like, and you'll never have it. It'll never be there. Ugh. I don't give a fuck about Half-Life. I don't care about any of the fucking Half-Life story. When the Half-Life games came out, they were good, but I never gave a fuck about the story. The non-speaking main character dude and the Michelle girl or whatever. I don't know. I never give a fuck.